We've insulted everyone here's culture, appearance. I guess all that's left is to,
beat that guy up.
Well, we've stolen property from the bar.
No, we asked him. We said we were going to borrow it. He just said not to give it to the dude who was going to jerk off and do it. I assume that's what he meant. I mean, he implied he was going to do something very dirty with that towel.
I assumed you were just gonna sneeze into it.
Oh yeah, there is that. Aha!
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire.
Looks like you'll never find love, asshole!
He immediately flies back. Nico, I made you this amazing necklace. This is a piece of wire, George.
Hey, McGuire.
No, see, in France, we actually have, jewelers.
What
Too
do you think
expensive.
This wire could be used for
Stealing cars. There's only one problem.
the local policeman.
No. Nobody in Lochmarn got a car.
Oh,
Oh!
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
No one's got a car, but I've got a horse outside. Fuck your Subaru, I've got a horse outside. And fuck your Honda Civic, got a horse outside. If you're looking for a ride, I've got a horse outside.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing.
Have you
So
ever
excited
seen
I got to
anyone
work on
wearing
him.
one of these?
No.
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy cat.
Wait, we've already asked him all this shit.
What do you think?
I told you.
It's for lifting
see?
drains.
Even he's annoyed that you're asking him again.
What do you make of this, kid?
Hey, that's one of Leary's towels. He'll skin you alive.
That old windbag doesn't scare me. Anyhow, I'm only borrowing it.
You're pretty cool, mister. For an old guy.
You're the first person to ever say that to me in my entire life.
And it only took theft.
Do you recognize?
Now I'm
this
one of the
man?
cool kids.
No,
Quest
sir,
completed.
I've never seen it before in my life.
And
Ever
so,
heard of
so
Thomas
guys,
Merlin? Or the
I
Gruber
finally got to
Electronics
talk to the cool
Corporation?
kid that cuts class. Yeah, what did you do? I totally stole a towel from
See you
the
later,
pub,
kid.
and he was
Okay, mister.
super impressed. We're gonna try to steal some ale tomorrow night.
My name's George.
Pleased to meet you, mister.
Again.
My name's Fitzgerald.
Just to ask all these
Did we
things. real
load
quick.
up, did we load up the wrong save file?
No. Just skip all.
You have
Yeah, some
No.
kid died. Who cares?
Chris, if we're on
What do
the
you
last
suppose
save
this
file,
wire
maybe you
is used
should
for?
reload
How
a
could I know?
different save.
RDS.
See you
That's
later.
our website.
I tugged at the plastic cover, but it didn't move. I tugged at the trapdoor, but it was locked from the inside.
So much tugging and no satisfaction.
Speaking of, let's go talk to this guy again.
Hey, you want your friendship wire back?
Hello again. What? Here, this wire belongs to you.
Oh, no. Never saw it before. No.
Ah, I think he actually tricked us into stealing this from him, which means it's probably a cursed item.
I'll see you
Which
later.
means that not only are we going to lose an inventory slot, we're going to suffer a negative 15 strength penalty until we can trick someone into stealing it from us or we
Excuse me.
find a paladin.
Yes, sir? May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret of the master brewer, sir. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled in time-honored fashion.
He fucks the
Suspended
barrels.
on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp.
He gets high, then fucks the barrels.
Utilizing the forces of original gravity, like manna from heaven.
Ah, he's a wizard who gets high and fucks barrels.
Why won't you shake my hand?
Because I don't know where you've been.
Probably America.
You're right,
Does
xenophobia
this piece
is
of
just
wire
rampant.
mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I'm totally
Look,
lost. What the
I gotta
fuck
be
I'm
going.
supposed to be doing? Was all of this just to get that wire?
Hey, McGuire,
What?
do you know anything about...
He wouldn't let me anywhere near it. I offered to help, but he chased me off. I didn't want to see his smelly old hole anyhow.
My hole! Did anyone from the village work at the dig?
Pegram bought some students and bums with him. He reckoned no one in Lochmarn would know what to look for. The only local guy who worked for him was Sean Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald says he's never been anywhere near the dig.
He's having
Objection!
you on, mister.
See you later, kid.
We got him now.
Hey, mister.
You son of a bitch, Fitzgerald. I
Mr.
swear,
Fitzgerald?
I never even seen a shovel.
McGuire says he saw you working at the dig. What's more, he saw you talking with Pegram.
And
I
this
knew
clown
that.
nose fits
I knew I'd
perfectly.
get caught.
And looks what
I
happens
knew
when I
you talked
smear
to
this
Professor
white
Pegram.
paint on your
Alive.
face.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not from the Social Security.
Hell no. What makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position
Oh,
to make judgments.
a
Sean.
benefits
That's between
cheat.
you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a
You
peek
fucking
inside
benefits
Pegram's package?
cheat.
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris.
I'm gonna kick
Jack
your ass.
Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give
Then
the
I'll deal
package
with
to
Jock
me.
Renault, who works at One Eye Jack's.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
I also wish I had a more masculine walk.
Hey, I just seen a big red.
Dog, gum, soda, one.
Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling
Get
about?
the hell out of this recording studio.
Get back in a proper sound booth, you scurvy.
Out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Oh, yes. And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
Jason, I'm really not trying to get on your case, right? But did you just say he was a scurvy?
Yeah.
Irish people aren't all pirates, Jason. I know you've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Black Flag lately. I think maybe too much.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm
Ooh,
down.
Fitzy
Now tell me what
Mister. That's my new band name.
I was standing here.
You guys have a lot of
minding
bands
me
that you
own
don't tell me
business
about.
when I saw
and
this
that you don't play
beautiful
in.
red
You can't
sports
use
car
Fitzy
coming up over
Mister,
the hill.
because that's already
Would ya
my
look at
Twisted
that,
Sister
says
cover
I.
band.
And I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on the ass. But the car just
Whoa!
flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy. And hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out. And I couldn't believe my eyes.
He knocked his nose off his face. Did you see that?
He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Well, accidents will happen. Not always hit and run. You used to be the victim. Now you're not the only one.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Way to go, George.
George, break everything Stobart.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I need
More
to
beer!
get
Got my
more,
card.
more
I've
drunk.
seen it, for heaven's sake.
Okay.
Chris,
Look,
really, you need
I
to
gotta
stop.
be going.
You need to stop annoying this guy.
Huh.
Can you use the wire with the box?
Oh, that's true, yeah.
You are an electrician after all.
I'm a card-carrying electrician.
But it was locked from the inside.
Well, I'm one of those things. I have a card.
It's the leg of Exodia. I don't
No,
have the other pieces.
And this is where
I
it
don't
turns
know how
out
to make
he's only pretending to be an electrician.
them. Oh. What does a wire got to do with all these other wires? I don't know what to do.
Come on!
It was impossible to return the switch to its original.
I think you better
position.
go fess up that you broke it. That's what I think you should do.
The plastic cover had been smashed and broken away, revealing a switch.
I'll try and tell him.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Or I can just get drunk again. Jesus
Hey, how
Christ.
about another drink?
Same again?
Do you serve cocktails?
I'll serve anyone with manners. And money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger
Beat his
drinkers.
ass!
Kids in the bar. Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right, I get the picture. I'll settle for a glass of stout.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I could fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh, well,
A professional,
at least the
you
dashwasher's
say?
working. It's not my idea, is it?
Okay, I guess I gotta give him
Clown nose.
I'm a card-carrying electrician, right?
No, you need to cheer him up because he's sad that it broke down. So you need to put on the paint and the nose.
No, I have a card. I'm gonna give it to him, and it's Blue Eyes White Dragon.
So happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
He just tears it up. Now I have the
go.
remaining three.
Isn't that marvelous? Here's
I
the
knew
pump.
it. It said
Think
Kaiba
of it
all
with
along. He
pump
shaved his head and
away
grew a
with nature.
beard.
Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it. I still want to see what you can do before I let you touch me beer pump.
Is this
You
Mega
might
Man?
Start on the glass.
We're actually playing as Electric Man. Or
When you
Elect
finish
Man.
that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Okay, so I guess I gotta work on his washing machine to prove that I'm
I
capable
couldn't
of
see
working on his
anything
other things.
obviously wrong with the machine.
No, actually, I think he thinks you're a
figured
cobbler
it
because he
must
just said,
be the
check out
wire."
my pumps.
I broke a goddamn bloody heel. Damn cobble streets.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug.
He's delusional. He now thinks he's an electrician just because he told the guy he was.
He's gotta
couldn't
walk. I
see
gotta
anything
think this
obviously
out.
wrong with the machine. I figured it must be the wiring. It was an electric glass washer. It looked even older than the barman. I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety
Yes,
precautions.
faulty electronics in
Excuse
an
me, Mr.
all-wood
Leary.
pub. What a
I
great
fixed your
idea.
glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the
Oh,
saints.
bingo
A
man,
big
I'm
hot
suddenly
on
Jamaican.
the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on my hands.
The pumps are in the
Also,
cellar,
your
right?
pub is probably
That's
gonna
right.
burn down.
You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
Next to all the bones. Why do I have a feeling we're gonna run into Teen Agent at any moment?
I pushed the lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
What's that over there to the right?
I pulled the
Nothing, I guess.
It should have a blue circle.
I pushed the lever. It was impossible.
There we
I
go.
lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
I can't wait. What the fuck?
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
I like that
What
he's
about
dressed like
the
a
boy?
JoJo character.
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in
He looks
these
more
rural
like Golgo
communities.
13.
Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You
Which is
didn't
why I'm
happen to
talking in
find it?
parcel tongue.
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
I can't wait till he fixes everything in the bar and then goes back to Nico. He's like, well, I finished another job. Oh, you found the murderer?
Now I could
Oh,
see.
fuck, I'm not an
I
electrician.
spied Mr. Leary's flashlight easily.
I'm pretty sure the scar was on the opposite side of the guy's
Flash
faces
of
in
light.
the picture.
Something
Did anyone else
sparkling
notice
beneath
that?
The open trap
so.
door.
Was that a scar or was it a tattoo?
I think it's a scar.
I thought he got a tattoo of a sword
Peagram's
because, like,
gem,
his
all right.
girlfriend got her face
A
burnt,
large, uncut
and he wanted to
blue
empathize
stone.
with it.
I guess I was already under its spell.
Did
I
you
hope someone
find
gets
it?
that joke.
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire.
I'm the one in the cellar. I'm supposed to sound like I'm in an echoey mess.
Problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
Also, that's stealing.
Make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
Just steal his things.
I couldn't betray his trust by pretending to be an electrician,
If you wanna
stealing
do
his
me a
towel,
favor,
getting
keep a
drinks
lookout
without
for that
paying.
guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Okay, so in Ireland they're called crisps, I believe, not chips. Aren't chips French fries in the UK?
The
I know
faucet
fish and
creaked,
chips.
Yeah, they're
coughed,
fries.
spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Fries can come in a pack.
Maybe he was talking about Andy Capp's chips.
I shut off the faucet as
They're
tight as I
fry-shaped
could, but
chips.
It kept on dripping. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out.
Looks like everything's fixed.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
So wait,
I found your flashlight.
So I see. You'd better keep hold of that until you fix the pumps.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Bye.
Does this
Free
gem mean anything to
flashlight.
you?
Phew. What a beauty. I bet you wish that was real, don't you?
Look, I gotta be going.
I really thought when he gave him the package, it was just gonna be a box that exploded, and that's how he's been
McGuire.
killing people this whole
What?
time.
Leprechaun!
Did this pixie have a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid mask. Are you a special agent?
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not.
Sorry, I'm just your average doctor, electrician, archaeologist,
Did
detective
Drop
lawyer.
anything when he was hit?
I didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Maybe the package fell somewhere out of sight. Want a closer look at the gem, McGuire?
You'd better hide that, mister. What if the pixie comes back? You'll be in trouble then.
I don't believe in pixies. Underneath that costume is a psychotic killer.
That's like 100 times worse.
Like a pixie might play a prank on you, or at worst, make you go to Brigadoon.
What do you think of my flashlight?
It's a torch. That's what we call it on this side of the Atlantic.
Except for the guy who called it a flashlight like 4 times.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Well, I ain't fixing no pump. Fuck that guy.
And you just left the water running like a jerk.
Hi, do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no?
We'd
An
know you were
implication
lying.
Of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a
You can know one
paradox
sentence.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was 12 and was going to be the greatest hypnotist of all time. It was a killer.
indeed. Are you attempting to hypnotize me, or is it the constipation you're suffering?
I was a little out of
Fuck
practice.
off, Bill Murray. Actually, no. He actually looks more like Brian Doyle Murray and talks like him.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know, this castle is said to be over 600 years old.
Except for the stones over here. I think all their stories would pertain to hay.
Have you seen Professor Pegram?
No, he's packed up and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a
It was a
flash
little
of
red
red
Corvette.
on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful
Are you singing
noise.
Prince?
A sports car.
No, just stating the
A
facts.
Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car. And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
No, baby, it went too fast. I'm pretty sure it was a little red Corvette, and it needed a love that was going to last. Again, these are just facts I'm ascertaining because I'm the world's greatest detective.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot. How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast.
See? I told
he
ya.
ran right under the car.
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's me nephew, the idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart.
It's not like, oh
Killed
god,
by
my
the
nephew's
car?
been hit.
Oh, no.
It's that
But
idiot.
he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Okay, even worse.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
I'm not the protagonist of this
Report the matter to the
game.
police?
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
I think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
A
I'm
car.
not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack. What a moral dilemma. Stay
Are you
here
fucking
and guard
serious?
this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
Yes! This is when it becomes an action game.
I got a torch. No, that's a flashlight. Damn it.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean. I'll stay here in your place and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvellous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
Have fun. Took us like 45
He
minutes.
strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
Contemplation
Fuck this guy, I'm
over.
gonna climb it.
Contemplation over.
The stack of hay stopped short at the top of the wall.
Also,
he-
I just
If I
teleported
stretched
up
as
here.
far as I could, the wall was out of
Man,
reach.
when his
What I
parents put
needed
him in
was a slice
timeout,
or
they
two
mean
of Alice's
business.
Wonderland.
Sir, you're gonna stare at that wall, and you're not gonna move.
I got it. Let's go to the library and pick up 2 copies of Alice in Wonderland and just stack them under your feet and get up there.
He's so
I can look at
pathetic.
this all day.
Whoop.
Hurry, cue up that Spider-Man song. Okay, so... Oh!
I pushed my fingers into the narrow crack. It went back several inches into the rock.
This hole was made for me.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson's gonna be really upset. Someone's been sticking his finger in his crack. Okay, so this is what I was talking about how this game, its original release, was infuriating. Because we didn't have these friendly little blue spheres, right? So imagine you're stuck standing on this giant pyramid of hay with no idea how to get to the top of the wall. And out of these hundreds of tiny cracks, this specific one is the one you need to interact with. So you open your inventory, and by the time you grab the right object, you've lost it already.
I pushed my...
Put the red nose in there. It's gotta work. You can bounce off it.
I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting
high?
out to form a step.
Did anyone else see that? This game I know is cartoony, but at this point I thought it was kind of grounded in reality. A racist reality, but a reality nonetheless. Did you see how he pulled that thing out?
Yeah.
How big was it? Has he been walking around with that like down his pant leg? Like a peg-legged man?
Well, also in the picture
I
it
tugged
has
the lifting key and
it has
found
more
was
bars
held
sticking out
quite
to the
securely.
side. How?
The lifting
I think
key
that's
was
how they carry around their weapons in Persona.
Uh-oh.
Look at that old man. Look at that.
Old satanic man!
Is that Clint Eastwood?
Oh god, I hope this thing kills us. Just so the narrator of King's Quest can talk down to us.
Who are you, sir? I am a goat.
That's Might and Magic, not King's Quest.
Whoa!
You should have known better than to tangle with wild animals, George. Better luck next time.
Do you want to keep going with this episode, or is that a good time to leave it? Because we're about to be...
No, we're gonna solve this puzzle.
Okay, so how do we get past this goat?
Just tell him your big brother is coming. He's fat.
No, he is the goat!
Oh.
And trolls don't work either. I'm all out of options.
The rope
Throw a
on which
troll
the
doll
goat
at
was
him.
tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
Chris, you
And
better.
it only cost me one of my testicles.
Chris, you can't take another hit. If only you had that pixie in a bottle to replenish your hearts.
Pretty sure the pixie will try and murder you.
So I guess we've defeated the first boss. Which is apropos because this does kind of look like Demon Souls.
Especially that goat. Oh my god, that is a terrifying goat face.
Oh no, George, don't go down there. You're being invaded by a phantom. Oh god, is that what the Phantom of Luck Morn is?
Yeah.
Is it just another player jumping into our game to fuck with us? Okay, so let's see what we got down here. Oh, it's a little man.
Ooh, apparently he's got grooves for a Lego
The statue was
attachment.
too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand.
Oh, it overbalanced, not you dropped it because you're weak.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand. I placed my fingers in the 5 impressions left by the fallen stone. It was weird. They fit perfectly.
He has to stick his hands into everything.
Because it's sand. And if you stick your fingers in sand, the sand will move to accommodate them. This man doesn't know how different materials work. I tried sticking my
placed
fingers through the wood and it
thumb
wouldn't
into
budge.
the
How
holes in the
odd.
wall. Nothing happened.
I think it's pretty evident what we're supposed to do.
You have to stick that large Lego figure into the
As
wall.
I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was.
White powder.
Paris.
Rush, rush,
I
get the
used it in
yayo.
kindergarten
Oh,
to make
Rush,
casts of
rush, get the
animal
yayo.
prints.
Fly, pelican, fly. I'm sorry, I missed that. What's the white powder?
Plaster of Paris. But for some reason, it's in Ireland.
Guys, we gotta go back to Paris to use this plaster.
Yeah, art class was really fucking annoying in my school. Because we had to fly to Paris every time we wanted to make a mold.
Jesus Christ.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
Alright, he's
The
gonna stick
patch of
his dick in
sand
it
where
and
the
make a
statue
dick
had
statue.
fallen was covered with a dense sprinkling of plaster.
Just like Cynthia Plastercaster.
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement.
That's where we end the episode. That's where we end the episode right there. Hit the tilde key.